Other. All right, let's just jump right into it. You know that friend in your life that's constantly working, busting their butt. They're exhausted, they're grinding, always complaining, but it's like almost like they have a pride in their exhaustion. And they get, you can tell that they get a certain zhuzh out of com- complaining about being so exhausted. Um, I have friends like that. I have people in my life like that. And I wish they understood a very particular thing. I wish that they understood that life is giving them who they believe themselves to be. They get a certain they have a certain affinity for that which they don't like. Like my particular friend that I'm thinking about, he does not like the job he does, and 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 he's a freaking genius, and he does really good work. Doesn't like the job he does. His hobbies, on the other hand, he has a lot of good hobbies, a lot really productive, really beautiful, really helpful hobbies, and he's so exhausted that he doesn't put as much time and effort into it. He puts time and effort into it, but he just doesn't put as much time and effort into it. Why? Because he is proud of being a hard worker that barely gets results. He is proud. I'm going to say that again. He is proud of being a hard worker that barely gets results. Look, most people in life think that it's what they're doing that creates the results in their life. They think it's the doing aspect of it, but it's not the doing aspect of it. All doing comes from being, all activity comes from being. The, all relationships come from who you are being. Look at all these beautiful ladies out here, right? All those things come from who you say that I am. And he likes to, whenever we come into conversation, it's like, oh my God, I am so exhausted. I was like, oh cool, why don't you relax? Why don't you just relax? Oh, well, I have to do this. I have to do that. Yeah, but like why can't you relax and do those things? Oh, you don't understand, man. And it's because he has an affinity to working really hard for very little results. It's not complicated. Once a person starts changing the story they tell themselves about themselves, they're going to see results to match that story. That's how all of this life works. Look, I just was on a call with a client, and he was just telling me how he made this investment. He made this investment that sounded like a sound investment. I was like, oh, that sounds like wonderful. But he ended up getting screwed over in the deal. And then as we were having the conversation, it came out. We were having the conversation, it came out. He believes that when he's doing good things, the rug is going to be pulled out from under him. He actually believes that to be true. And as long as he holds on to that consciousness, as long as he believes that to be true, that's what he's going to get over and over and over again. So in this instance, right, like it's like a series of events happen, right? He gets on a dating app, he meets a chick, they get to liking each other and all this type of stuff. And then she's like, hey, do you want to make this investment in this thing? He's like, oh, bet. That's actually what I've always wanted to do. I'm going to make that investment. But in the back of his mind, he's thinking to himself, ah, is this finally going to be the one that's going to free me? Is this finally going to be the deal that's going to make me financially free? Is this going to be the chick that's going to be the love of my life? And all of that is coming from a certain state of consciousness which says, I'm not enough. I have to force the world to do what I want to do. I have to get the world to give me what I want. The world has to give me what I want before I can change. If the world doesn't give me what I want, I change. If the world does give me what I want, I change. As opposed to holding strong and steadfast to who you believe yourself to be. Who's there? Hey, what's up, Sarah Tran? Hey, what's up, Rai Rai? Welcome back. How are y'all? Smash the like button if you want. It lets other people know that the live is happening, and it's super helpful. So if y'all are still here, let me know. And if you have any questions about the stories you tell about yourself or the results that are happening in your life, what are the results of your life? What is happening in your life that you would like to see change? Or do you have a friend or a family member that you recognize, that you love to death, and you can see the amazing potential that that person has, and you're just like, but why do you keep failing in the results? Why don't you have that spouse? Why is your bank account so low? Why are you still so unhealthy despite going to the gym all the time? It's because of the story they tell themselves. So, what else is going on? Anybody there? All right, so I just wanted to get that across, that before you take any action out there in this world, I really want you to get to know who you are. Really enjoy who you are. You are divine. You are the child of the Most High. And He gives you exactly who you say that I am. Never, never gives you anything less than what you say that you are. And it seems so paradoxical. It seems so too good to be true. But if you do a little bit of reverse engineering and look back on your life, look back on your week, what have you been saying to yourself about yourself and about your world? What do you go to your friends and complain about over and over again every day? Oh, it's Tuesday, I'm making the same complaint. Oh, it's Wednesday, I'm making the same complaint. Oh, it's Thursday, I'm always asking, why does this keep happening to me? That's why it keeps happening to you. Oh my goodness, when I woke up to this, absolutely changed my life. That's how I live here. That's how I live in this motherfucker. Tell me, just a boy from Texas. You already are the person that you want to be. It's not hard. You just have to start having that uncritical observation of what you say to yourself about yourself. And once you do that, the world automatically matches it. It already automatically matches it, what you're saying to yourself about yourself. All right. Unless there's any other questions in the chat, I see some people popping in and out, which is awesome. Do me a favor, hit the like button, hit subscribe. Ask me any questions or comments in the comments section down below. Also, if you or anybody you know could use some clarity and understanding the nuances and the subtleties of the stories that they tell themselves about themselves, let me know. Hit me up on the emails, jerry@jerrymecca.com, or actually the best way to hit me up is honestly on Instagram at human.imagination. I'll be right there in the DMs doing all that stuff. But other than that, you don't need coaching. You don't need, a teacher. Other than this message that came on this video, I'm telling you, it's as simple as what I said on this video. Start telling a different story about yourself. That's all you got to do. And once you start telling a different story about yourself, the world has no choice but to out-picture that state of being perfectly. No ifs, ands, or buts. I wish it could be more complicated than that, but it's not. So, do I have anything else to say? I don't think so. So other than that, I'm live doing the thing. I'm going to try to post this on YouTube. Still trying to learn how that works, but I can't figure it out. How to keep it live or keep it on my Facebook, or on my YouTube channel. I'm new to this and learning as I go. All that said, you guys, y'all are awesome. You're beautiful. Y'all stay wonderful. Peace and hair grease.